What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I'll be doing a live analysis session this weekend on Sunday. As tomorrow market is opening, we'll look at every detail of the market, how we can find a trading opportunity in this volatile situation, as upcoming week is extremely volatile due to some high impact news coming up in most of the pairs. So look at all of them, how we can find trading opportunity. Now before we discuss this session, it's very important, as you know, that the first day of trading week is the most profitable day in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So if you want to stay profitable with us, then before I begin, make sure you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. And also don't forget to use that live chat to interact with me in this live session. So let's begin first of all looking at the most important pairs, some of the pairs including gold. As you have seen, last day of trading week, in the last session we have found quite a few good price action in gold. Now at this point what we are seeing, that gold has formed a price action which is, to me, is still bullish. Starting from here, as you can see, there was an impulse with this false breakout. Firstly, after this impulse, gold was creating series of higher high and higher low. So this is in fact a bullish market. Now what we could see, as I mentioned in my weekly forex forecast as well, what I think that as the market opens, either we could see a gap opening and a big jump to the upside, or we could see some drop initially. Highly likely the price might break this low and then will continue to jump again. As you know that our gold signal are very highly profitable, and I will wait for the best entry possible in the market, like most of the time in the weekend. The first day of trading week, first session is very crucial, because that session is very predictable. If the price with gap opening or any kind of false breakout, then we'll jump on a trade in gold and any other instruments. So let's find out what other instruments are doing. In the meantime, guys, as I mentioned, don't hesitate to use the live chat to interact with me if you have any questions. So let me look at some of the comments coming chat. Sulaiman Zafar, hello Sulaiman, thank you very much. Sulaiman Zafar, how are you doing? I'm very good, thank you. Hello sir, no problems. Euro USD, amazing. Hi sir, thank you. Thanks so much sir for your assistance. No problems. Kakulan, hello sir. Sir, US30 please. Yeah, absolutely. Hello coach, no problems. Zarin, I'll look at it, thank you. Chins, hi, thank you very much. Happy Sunday coach. Did you have a good weekend with your family? Absolutely, I had an amazing weekend with my family. How was yours? Let me know in the chat. Hi sir from Malaysia, thank you very much. Elisa, hi coach, thank you very much. Otiano Ray, good afternoon coach, no problems. Frank Slow, good evening sir, no problems, thank you very much. So do you do smart money trading? Yeah, absolutely, this is our main strategy. Smart money trading is the best trading strategy you'll ever had, because those who knows how smart money moves is the best way to move in the market. So because you know that if you look at this gold trade that we took last week, let me draw a level here. What do you see that if you closely look at on gold, this is the previous support here, okay, which is the support here, turning resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, which is turning support here. And that is the smart money strategy. This is what a smart money trading. Why? Because this is the previous supply zone. Okay, we saw that there's a sellers came in that level and that pushed the price down. Now from that level we have seen the price has broken to the upside. Okay, now same level turn into a demand level. So why this level is the level for the smart money traders is because this is the level where big boys bought or sold. How do you know? From the price action. Price action is the footprint of the smart money traders, because that will tell you exactly in what point they have bought or they have sold. Now you can see that this is the zone where the price has created a high level of resistance, which is turning support here, and you see a couple of times the price created a false breakout in that level, okay, and then has broken to the downside, and then has finally broken out of this structure, created this big move. When the price came here, you see the price created a series of higher low and started to push up. So this is an incredible trading opportunity that was given to us, and we did it. Again, once the price will break this previous next high, we will find another level, we will be trading again. And that's the best trading strategy one can ever have when they want to trade the smart money. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you still not sure about smart money trading, so that I can elaborate a little more on this one. If you understand, then I can jump onto something else. Thank you very much. So let's we finish gold. Let's look at quickly, because today market is not open, but this live session definitely will give us a very good idea what's happening in the market. So if I look at the Aussie dollar, okay, we'll look at all of them USD. So let's first look at DXY, as it will in fact give you a clear idea of all the USD pairs, including gold. So this is what I do. As I mentioned, whenever I sit on trading, the first thing that I do is look at the dollar pairs, okay. So DXY, because DXY will give you a clear idea of how the market is doing. So if I look at, first of all, a monthly perspective on DXY, what we see that DXY is long term currently bearish. As you can see, there is a smooth trend line. So when you see smooth trend line, that's the sign that the price is reversing. So what do we mean by smooth trend line? Let me give you an example. Let's say, look at this top here. You see that there is no smooth trend line. One is high here, the other one high here, the other one high here, okay. In the same way, what we see that in fact high here. So it's a very, very unpredictable price action. You can see that. So if I look at here, it's not a smooth, okay. We see that the price action is not a smooth. But if you look at the current one that we are talking about, okay, so this is the smooth trend line, okay. You can see clearly defined trend line. So when you see a smooth trend line, is a sign of reversal, okay. So we have seen, and then we have seen a strong drop from that trend line. Now as soon as this market opened this month, we see a gap opening, and with that gap opening, primarily a drop. Now the price is retracing to the upside. So what I'm expecting on DXY, the price to come back to this level, which is highly likely to happen. This is the support here, okay. Now with that support, what we can expect, DXY to come back, break this support, and then to jump back to the upside. So there is still high probability for DXY to continue to drop. Now looking at weekly perspective, what we see that on the weekly time frame, DXY has created a clean head and shoulder pattern here, okay, and then has broken down. Now with that breakout and head and shoulder, we see that DXY in fact created this previous support here, which turned resistance. What I think that, as you can see, primarily once we have seen the price penetrated this important level. Why it is important? Because when you see a couple of candles in the same line with the same color, except one narrow candle is not related to the movement, is where the price is a high liquidity zone. Now what we have seen that with that point, the price reversed back from that level. Now what we can expect now, DXY to rise up, to have another retest, and then to continue to drop. What I think that the price might create a lower high with that, and then to continue to drop. Now if I look at daily perspective, what I see that on the daily time frame, DXY, this is the previous support here, okay, which is turning resistance here, and then to continue to drop. So last day of trading week, this is the daily candle. Now this is the crucial part here, is I think that many traders might think that this daily candle is going to be bullish. It could happen. As I mentioned, trading is all about probability. There is no ego in trading. Anything can happen. We trade the probability. So what is the probability? If I am right, most of the time I have to be right. Few times I am wrong, that's fine. This is the probability. Or if I am right, I'll take a big profit, smaller loss. But when I will be wrong, I will cut the trade short. That's called the probability. So we see that DXY, in fact, is high probability that the price will jump back from here again, will retest this level. Now, if that's the case, even we could see a gap opening on DXY like that, okay, a gap opening, and then from here to continue to drop like that. So let's see what happened, and then as soon as we'll see suitable entry, we'll jump on trade based on DXY with other USD pairs. Now what do you see that, in fact, because this is the support here turning resistance, and also if this daily candle crossing this resistance, the previous last day's high, will be an overextension to the upside against the trend. And once we'll see the lower time frame giving us a potential entry opportunity, we'll consider going short on DXY with a high probability trade setup. Now either we trade DXY or no, we definitely will reflect that price action in USD pairs such as on euro dollar or British pound US dollar. Now let's look at euro dollar, how it is doing now. In the same manner, we can see that euro dollar, as you can see last session, last week, that there was an analysis made on euro dollar. From here exactly the price bounced aggressively to the upside, so which is in fact a very important level, and we secured good trades on this one. Now I'm looking forward this level to be broken again. I'm expecting the price to break this low, break this support zone, which is turning resistance here. Okay, support here, support here, support here. Okay, so with that breakout, what we can expect, euro dollar to come back, break this support, create an overextended to the downside. Even what I think that it might test this neckline of this double bottom, and then the price to continue to drop to test this level, and then to continue to rise. So with that in mind, on euro dollar, I will not be seller unless I see a major change, but it's a long-term bull market. We will be bullish until we see a very strong movement. What I think that on euro dollar, after coming back here, it will be a good point for buying, because it might even range this week. Okay, so the price created a lower high. Okay, that's the sign that the bulls couldn't make a higher high, so it is likely to create a lower low and to gain momentum, and then will continue to rise. So this is what with euro dollar. All right guys, thank you very much for being here. Well, happy Sunday to you. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you very much. Update on robot training, sir. Amazing. You can contact privately on Telegram, we'll talk about it. Good evening, no problem, sir. CAD CHF update, absolutely, sir. Planning to buy your lifetime course, and I'm very excited to trade with you. Thank you very much. You're welcome to Forex Trading Wizard Academy. It's really appreciated. I know that many of you every day coming on board. I really thank you for that, and I'm sure that I commit to give you the best value possible ever in this industry. Strategies, trade alert, we are adding new things every day. So once you are a lifetime member, you will be here forever. Forex Trading Wizard Academy is created to change people's life for those who really need it. So I'll say that it's the best time. You can find a link in the description area if you're interested. Wow, that's sincere. Thank you very much. That's nice, sir. Thank you. Hello, sir. Can you discuss about gold with coming this week? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wow, that's nice, sir. Thank you. No problems. Thank you. Gold is corrective wave, and this is first and next week drop, especially federal news. Yeah, look, gold, there is a probability for drop as well. If I look at the weekly, if you can see that, if you look at the weekly, you see there is a doji has been formed. Okay, now with that doji, there is another probability to happen something like that. Let's say this is the weekly chart. Okay, a candle to be forming like this, which is another probability. Okay, but if we say like that, that's a guess. As I mentioned, that trading, no one can, assure something in trading, but it's a probability. So on gold, on the weekly chart, what we see that the price in fact is bullish. If you closely look at it, you can see that series of higher low has been created. Now if due to fundamental change, if we see a drop, that's fine, and it's not a problem at all, because we are not in fact trading on the weekly, right? How do we trade? Based on current price action. Let me give you an example. Let's say, that's what I mentioned. You remember that when we were trading gold here, a nice looking trade, even in the YouTube live, you have seen that when this candle was forming, I was bearish. Even I posted analysis on YouTube that I'm gonna go short because the price action is bearish. And in 1 hour time frame, if you go to the 1 hour chart, you'll see that candle. This one, which one was that? Okay, that candle probably. Let me look at it. Okay, so this candle changed the game, isn't it? That one, this 1 hour candle. In fact, it has dodged a bearish engulfer. You see, this is the bearish engulfer, and from that bearish engulfer, the price has broken to the upside with a long bullish candle. Okay, so this is the bullish engulfer. Now with that bullish engulfer, what we have seen that on the 1 hour chart, gold has given a clear bounce to the upside, and we have taken that advantage. But just until this candle, I was bearish, because if you look at that candle, you see that this is in fact a bearish engulfer, right? It's a bearish engulfer, and we see that, and then the price change its direction completely. So that's how it is. Like when we see the price action changing, then we will make decision based on the price action, based on the volume. When this price action has formed is also very, very important. So with that in mind, what we will be waiting for a potential so far potential bullish setup. Though in the 1 hour, as you can see, there is a head and shoulder, but head and shoulder is not an indication of trend change unless you see the trend change. So this is a big difference between forming a head and shoulder and forming a trend change. Now I have a question for you guys. When this is a head and shoulder on the 1 hour chart on gold, it could be a trend change, it could not be a trend change. Trend change means like the local trend, I mean maybe from here to there, like that, not a big major change. So what do you think, why this head and shoulder in fact is not the one that we can say that it's a trend change? When do you consider that this head and shoulder is a trend change? No guys, your opinion, let me know in the chat. Hello sir, NZD CAD and USD CAD, absolutely. Praveen Kumar, hi, thank you very much. And good evening coach, no problems. Irene, thank you. Brian sir, please, any update on gold? Yeah, absolutely. So what do you say about DXY? Okay, so we discussed about DXY We'll look at again now looking at US30. Okay, now local price action on all of these is bearish. As you can see, US30 on the lower time frame is still showing some kind of bearish price action. If I look at the weekly, guys, this is a little bit of contradictory price action. I know that the price has formed a strong red candle. Okay, now what I think that US30 might do after coming back down, we could see another push to the upside. The reason is, you see, this is the weekly bullish move. Okay, this is a strong bullish move on the US30 on the weekly perspective. If we take our Fibonacci level for this move on the weekly on US30, we see that the price has 50%, and this is the weekly level where this is 61.8% Fibonacci level. What I think that US30 is likely to do after breaking this low, the price to continue to rise. So if we look at daily time frame, this is, though we see an impulse correction, it is in another impulsive phase, right, which is in fact bearish. But at the same time, what we see that US30, this is the daily chart which is facing this support. What we see on the weekly perspective, a 61.8% Fibonacci level. Now what we can expect on US30 is for the price after going up, what I think that coming back down and then to rise up again, because it's a long-term bull market. I don't think that this can create a change of trend, which is in fact a possibility. That is why can't be rigid the way the price action has formed. Anything can happen. It could lead to a bearish price action. If it does, then we will be shorting based on current time frame price action. That is why I post so much analysis, so much live streaming, guys, to you, so that you can stay informed. Make sure, guys, you give a big thumbs up. Also smash the like button, same thing, and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out any of the content that we are releasing. And also press that bell notification button, because if there is a music video coming up, you can listen it 2 days, same thing. But trading is all about current time frame. Sometimes you see that euro dollar analysis, gold analysis that I posted last week, incredibly powerful analysis. The price has moved exactly where I analyzed, and you could really take the good advantage of it if you press that bell notification button for free. Thank you very much. So let's jump on to the some of the pairs that giving us another one. Let's look at the US oil. What I think on US oil, guys, is that looking at the monthly, US oil is long-term bearish market. Again, as you can see from here, there is there's a head and shoulder on the monthly, which is in fact a change of trend on US oil. Now with that change of trend, what we need the price to test the neckline of this head and shoulder. You can see that this is the support of this head and shoulder, which is turning resistance. Now if you look at the weekly time frame, we see there is a weekly bearish engulfer has been formed exactly where it is expected in the previous weekly forex forecast. We see that US oil has dropped. Now if I look at the daily, what we see that on the daily time frame, US oil, this is the zone that we expected, and we have seen a big drop on US oil. The way the price action is formed, what I think that, guys, we could potentially see a bit deeper retracement. And I think that, as you know, that this is the zone that we are expecting on US oil. This is the previous support turning resistance. So there is also a daily 20 EMA. So from that daily 20 EMA, we can expect US oil to continue to drop. Now if we look at the intraday perspective, what I see that US oil already retracing to the upside. Now in this time frame, the price action is a little bit of, you see that, choppy, and until we see a deeper retracement breaking all this high, going to this important zone, it's not a good idea to short. But Anyway, we'll see how the market opens, then we'll decide. But for me, what I think that US oil is likely to break this high, going to the zone, especially you see this is the 4-hour time frame. And what I think that especially with this narrow doji, okay, this is the previous resistance here, okay, which is turning support here, okay, resistance here, and from that level we see that US30 created a higher low, and then from here the price likely to drop. So that's what happened. When the price goes to a very important monthly support, it bounced to the level to create an overextended market. I think that US oil highly likely to break this level. If it does, which is highly likely to happen, will be a very good place for selling US oil. Okay, let me look at the chat. Right, Mohanad, hi coach, did you recommend to buy US30 once the market tomorrow open? Mohanad, I neither recommend to buy nor sell for the time being. Let's see, once you'll see the price action, I think you are in our VIP channel, you'll see the update. Once I'll see that price action, and also if you are no need to be on the VIP, I always update everything as quickly as possible, or even on the YouTube channel, on TradingView, Instagram, wherever you are following me, any social media that you like to be good one, you can follow me there. I'll try to give that update as quickly as possible. So Royal, when we see it at a major resistance level, then you can consider it. Absolutely, thank you very much. Very good thing. When you see it at a major resistance level, you can consider. Sir, CAD CHF update please. Head and shoulder at key resistance or support level. How are you? I'm good, thank you very much. How much equity your account? Balog, very good question. Look, I have multiple accounts, so one account will not give you a clear answer. I have multiple accounts, so yeah, so it's quite a few accounts involved in it. If you combine all together, it makes it $1 million. So but I have, like, I link that account to one to the other. I keep the trade open in a smaller account, but it normally copies a lot of accounts. So yeah, that's what it is. So let me look at now. So it's a major resistance level, then you can consider it. Okay, so about this question on head and shoulder, if I go to the 1 hour chart, again going back to that level, we see that this is what is gold. So the question asks that a head and shoulder, how can we consider a head and shoulder is a trend change or no? The way I have seen that even in a key level, forming a head and shoulder could be, in most cases you see that forming a head and shoulder on key level is definitely a good one to look at, but still there is I'll show you, there is a chance of being a false key level, because this is how big boys generate money. The way you can troubleshoot is, like, always think like that see, when there is a key level, for example, when there is a head and shoulder on the key level, everyone will think in the same way, right? There is a head and shoulder on the key level, let's sell. Okay, and big boys knows that what small boys are thinking, and they always go against the small boys. I will also put another question for you guys to tell me, in fact, why big boys always go against the small boys. But for this head and shoulder, the way the best practice is, in fact, for the price to break from this head and shoulder and then to test it as a neckline, like as a resistance or support based on where it is, to create a price action and then to continue to drop. or rise. So that is where in fact a change of trend. Even it is much better if you stay a bit more patient, let the market break down, let the market retest, and then create a price action, and then let the market to create another impulse, and then in the correction enter the trade. That is where the trend is further confirmed. According to JC Livermore, he's a legendary trader, he always says this thing that trade sell the market which is fully bearish, buy in a market which is fully bullish. So this is what it is like. The more bearish you see, the better to sell. The more bullish you see, the better to buy in a pullback which is high probability. So that's how, like, let me know the second question that we talk about. In what situation, like, when we see the head and shoulder, okay, we can let me show you an example of a fake head and shoulder so that you exactly know what I'm talking about in an important level, and then you'll see exactly how big boys in fact trick small boys, and we need to know that so that we can avoid that pitfall and understand in fact how the market moves. So there's a plenty. If I replay this chart, you see that, see, this is a head and shoulder. See, it's a clear head and shoulder, right? In an important level, this is a resistance level, and we see in fact a head and shoulder. Okay, all right, so it didn't break, but it's a head and shoulder. That's what we are talking about, that if we just trade the head and shoulder, at any point we might get caught up. And even on the smaller time frame, you will find more and more. So then key level, it's a very important concept that you told. Plus we need to wait for the price to break down from that head and shoulder, and then the price to, after breakdown, let the price to continue to drop or rise based on the trend direction, and then go for. No, currently we don't have any running trades, so we'll be opening as soon as the market is opening. So let me look at now, guys. Let me see dollar yen. Okay, before dollar yen, let me look at Eurujpy. Okay, what do we see that Eurujpy? This is the daily time frame. What I see on Eurujpy, guys, this is a good trading opportunity on Eurujpy for short term short. This is daily chart, as you can see, and the price was respecting this resistance, this daily trend line. Okay, so we see that in fact Eurujpy, okay, created this daily bearish candle. Now this daily bearish candle is in fact very, very important. What we see that there is a doji here on the daily, strong rejection. So this doji basically representing that the price started to, sellers strongly sold here, and then next day the bulls put that price high. In between this doji and daily candle, we have seen another drop. What I think, in the new trading week, if we see the price again retrace to this level, this resistance level, we will consider going short on Eurujpy, and that zone could be a very, very important level, and from here we'll sell if I see suitable entry opportunity in that zone on Eurojpy. So if you closely look at, you'll see that this is the resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. So series of lower high. So what I'm expecting, even it will be best if the price even create a false breakout in that level, giving us a little bit of element of false breakout, which is very powerful, and then with a tight stop loss above this high or above this high to go short. And for me, if we look at the daily time frame on Eurojpy, what I see that this is the resistance that we are expecting, and on the support level we can expect Eurojpy to come back to this level of support. So yeah, that's what we will be waiting for on Eurojpy to continue to drop. Okay. So this is the zone that we will be expecting on Eurojpy. We will be considering going short on Eurojpy. So let's look at Euro AUD. Now looking at the weekly, we see that Euro AUD on the weekly perspective, I think that this is a nice looking bullish setup. Now Euro AUD is one of my first priority. Tomorrow, as soon as the market open, now let me tell you my plan on Euro AUD. This is the weekly chart. As you can see, the previous week the price has created this bullish engulfer. Okay, this is a long bullish engulfer. Now with that bullish engulfer, what we have seen that this week, as soon as market open, the price primarily has gone up and then has come back down to this level, created this long doji. Now with that doji, what we have seen that Euro AUD in fact created this very, very important level. Now this is the weekly support level here. Okay, the price has in fact respected this level and then has gone up. Now what I'm expecting on Euro AUD, the price either to respect the low of this weekly level or to go around halfway of this weekly level and then to continue to go up on Euro AUD. So if we look at daily, what we see that on the daily perspective, Euro AUD already there is an impulse on the daily. This is the impulse happen, followed by, we can say this is a correction. Now if we take our Fibonacci for this move, what we see that on Euro AUD, the price has crossed around a 38.2 50%, now below 50%. But I think that, as you can see, this is 61.8% on Euro AUD. Now with that 61.8% on Euro AUD, we can expect the price to have another bounce. Now if we look at the intraday on the 4-hour time frame, we can expect Euro AUD, what I think that initially the price may come back down here, and from here it will continue to rise, and that can give us a really long bullish setup on Euro AUD, and that is what we are expecting on Euro AUD. This is the zone that I will be waiting for a bullish setup on Euro AUD. And once, in case, let's say if Euro AUD break this weekly low, even this dotted line, if we look at on the 4-hour, let's say the price has even broken this level, and once the price in this zone, okay, if in case the price come here and give us a reversal pattern, let's say that's what we're talking about, let's say an inverted head and shoulder, it's broken down on the 1-hour, let's say given us an inverted head and shoulder, that could be a very big trade, because that's what normally happen in most cases. You see that if weekly level is broken and this is a long-term bullish market, the price has broken weekly low, definitely there will have a bounce on Euro AUD, and that's how the market normally moves, as you know that. Hello, coach. How are you? Thank you very much, Rizwan. I'm good. Thank you. So, should we hold trades for weekends? It depends. It depends. You know that it depends on what kind of trade you are running, or sometimes we hold the trade if we have, let's say, if we see that the profit maybe reached near, we might close, or if we see the trade is just fresh, maybe open on the weekend, still running in profit, we close. In most of our trade we close very shortly, as you know that we enter with a tight entry, except a couple of trades. Most of the trade we go with a short tight stop loss, so it normally goes to the end, either this end or this end, like this end or that end, very fast. Will oil go up to $100 again next year? To be honest, it's very difficult to tell, but I think that oil will remain bearish for some more time. Oil looks, you see that if you look at the monthly head and shoulder on oil, which is in fact a very strongly bearish market, okay, so it is not possible, I think, that for the oil to it's not possible. I think that it's still bearish. As you can see, this is the weekly chart where we have seen a very strong bearish move, and I think this price will continue to drop. Let's see what happened based on, this is the daily chart where we have seen after this move there is a deceleration, and we can expect in fact a deeper retracement on oil, and that time we'll see in fact what it is doing. So if we look at the monthly, we see that on USD ZAR is, except the most of the USD pairs we see that looks like bearish, and after market open we'll see, but USD ZAR looks like a little bit of bullish so far. If we look at the weekly, we see that there is a bullish engulfer followed by a doji, and we could see after a little retracement USD ZAR to have another bounce. I think that USD ZAR might remain range bound between this resistance and between this support. If you look at the daily, where you see that in fact USD ZAR is likely to come back here and then to continue to go up. So if we look at intraday perspective, we see that USD ZAR on the intraday we have seen an impulse happen on the 4-hour. What we can expect now, the price to test this previous resistance here, which is turning support, and then to continue to go up. So let's see what happened. Okay. So if you look at USD CAD, guys, USD CAD, as you can see, this market was moving in a sideway. What I think that in the beginning of the trading week, price might go around to this resistance, and from that level we can expect USD ZAR, I think, that have another bounce. But I think that, pardon me, USD CAD, I think that this price might remain in a range bound this week. Let's see what happened, or little bit of bullish. So what you could see, primarily going up and then coming back down to test this daily 20 MA from this order block, we could see have another bounce on USD CAD. So this is the daily chart. If I look at the 4 hour again, so basically going here and then coming back down to this level, that we might see range bound. But this market currently, we didn't trade any trade this week on USD CAD, but I'm watching for a suitable entry as soon as you will find. So if we look at the news calendar, what we see that on news calendar this week, in fact, the price action is very, very volatile. You see that quite a few high impact news coming this week. So this is a really, really important price action that we need to look at. If you look at GBP, CAD, USD, AUD, market will be extremely volatile, and that's good. We will have quite a few trades coming up this week on all of them. So basically tomorrow GBP news is coming, and then CAD. So basically tomorrow GBP is very volatile, and next day CAD, GBP. Let's see what happened. Okay guys, thank you for joining this live session. Make sure you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. GBP, Euro CAD, yeah, absolutely. Hi coach, is dollar yen best to pair to trade next week? Harry, dollar yen is always a good pair, not only next week, in every week. I love dollar yen because which is a very unique pair, you know, yen and dollar, low spread, volatile. Dollar yen, yeah, definitely it's a good pair for trading. Sandeep, hello sir, thank you. Sandeep, can you provide GBP USD forecast? Yeah. Whole GJ, can you please? Yeah, absolutely. Sir, can you please gold like to drop? Just true that it's hard to trade in December. In December, especially if it is, let's say, if it is a, what I can say, it might be hard to trade if it is in the public holiday, but in most of the time we see that the price action is volatile even in December. So same, because in essence sometimes it is more convenient. In fact, I'll tell you why. Because you know, the trading in, you can find very few full-time trader. You see most of them are, you know, have another job, part-time job, full-time job. And in December most people are relaxed at home and they love trading. They wanna develop extra skill, or they wanna honing their existing trading skill during that time. So more volume comes. The only thing happen is that during the public holidays only, some banks, not all, some banks are off, so that time the price move in a sideway. Gold going back down, yeah, we'll look at it. Euro GBP, sir, please see something about GBP, say something. Yeah, absolutely. Euro CADs are, yeah, sure, no problems. I'll look at it. So looking at GBP USD, now what I see that GBP USD, guys, like all the USD pairs, what I think that GBP USD is likely to break this low and then could continue to rise. What I think that this daily support is crucially important for GBP USD. I think the price might break this low and then to continue to rise. So if we look at weekly, we see that GBP USD on the weekly perspective, there is a doji on the weekly. Now we can't say that the price first to come and go up. It even could do something like that. Let's say GBP USD going to this resistance and coming back down. So if we see that, let's say GBP USD has gone first in the first session, has gone up here, created a lower high and giving us a potential bearish setup for the short term. Yeah, we might sell, but I'll be a bit cautious because I'm a trend trader. I love to trade with the trend. So in case GBP USD is coming back to this level with, you know, breaking the daily low and from here we could potentially see a bullish move on GBP USD. Okay, so yeah, let's see what happened, and based on the price action we'll make a decision on the spot. And that is why I invite you guys to join us. There's the link in the description area. Weekend morning, weekend opening, like the first session is most of the time is profitable to us. So I wanna invite you to join. You can find the link in the description area if you wanna trade with us and also learn our strategies. So let me look at now GBP-JPY. Looking at monthly, GBP-JPY is on the monthly is still bullish. Looking at weekly, now this is the weekly chart. It's a very crucial chart. Now there is one probability is to go up and then to come back down for retracement. Another probability is GBP-JPY is to have a bounce to the upside in this void to go up and then to come back down. So let's look at daily to see what I mean by that. So you see that this is the daily chart, and there is in fact a resistance level here. Okay, and this is the resistance level on GBP-JPY. This is the daily chart. What I'm expecting on GBP-JPY, the price to if we look at again weekly, so initially I'm expecting GBP-JPY to go up to create a lower high with this weekly resistance and then to come back down. So this is one probability. In that case, if we look at the 4 hour, we see the price already has a rejection. So if we see a clear pattern here for GBP-JPY for bearish move, we'll consider shorting, because what I think that if you look at the weekly price action, GBP-JPY is highly likely to have a bounce, and I think that the price even might break this low, this neckline, this previous resistance here, okay, which is turning support here, and GBP-JPY testing this resistance and come back to this level of support, and from here to go long. So this is the plan for GBP-JPY, is to first drop, test this, and then to rise. So as soon as we will find any trading opportunity along this zone, we'll consider short or long. Thank you, Rajib. You are welcome. Welcome to the family. Welcome to Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Thank you very much. Sandeep, thank you, sir. Euro GBP. Let's look at Euro GBP. Okay, looking at Euro GBP, if I look at weekly perspective, Euro GBP, we have seen that back to back quite a few weeks, series of lower high. Last week created this doji. What I think that Euro GBP is going to do, first going to drop, probably will create a lower higher low with this, especially from this level, okay, from this zone to go up. Okay, if we look at the daily, what we see that Euro GBP in fact has created price action from this level to go long. Now this is the zone that we will be waiting for a potential setup on Euro GBP. This is the previous support zone, which is turning resistance level on Euro GBP. So what we can expect on Euro GBP to test this level and then to create a bullish pattern. I think that this is the daily chart. If we look at the weekly, the price on the weekly is bearish. Now let's delete that part, because if we look at the weekly only, we see that Euro GBP is creating a series of lower high. So one probability is to break this support, another probability is first test this level and then to go up again to test this trend line on the weekly perspective. If I look at the daily, we see the same thing on Euro GBP, is for the price to test this resistance and then to drop. So let's see what happened during the trading time, we'll see how the price action is forming, and based on that we can consider going long on short. So yeah guys, this is a short live streaming just to give you an idea what we will be doing. We will do in detail tomorrow before London session, as well as in London session and New York session. Guys and girls, make sure that you stick to the channel and give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also if you wanna trade with us, learn our strategies, then you can find a link in the description area. Join us, visit the website, and join our Forex Trading Wizard Academy to become a professional independent trader. So with that in mind, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow right in this live streaming. Until then, stay well and stay happy. Thank you.